our performances for today.
Vanakkam. Congratulations to all the South Asian Artistic Talents team for their excellent initiative to present Tamil Isai Moovar Vizha on a virtual platform. And my thanks are to Shivasakti Fine Arts Academy for giving me this opportunity to make a presentation on Tamil Trinity composers, Muthu Tandavar, Mari Muttapille, and Arunachala Kavirayar. As we all know that all these three are divine composers and gave us great compositions. If we first start with the earliest of the three Trinity was Muthu Tandavar, who was at the time of 1525 to 1600, and his favorite deity was Chidambaram Nataraja. So all his compositions are dedicated and devoted to Lord Nataraja. And the great thing about Muthu Tandavar is he is the architect of the current Kirtana format, where we have Pallavi, Anupallavi, and Charanam. So he's the very first or inventor or the architect of this kind of Kirtana format. So the credit goes entirely to him, who has done this kind of great format in 1525 to 1600 during that time. But unfortunately, he has composed a number of compositions, but lots of them are lost. So very few are available. And later in the presentation, I'll just bring out a couple of his very popular compositions. The second of the Tamil Trinity was Mari Muttapille. He was in 1712 to 1787. Once again, his favorite deity also happens to be Lord Nataraja. So both these great composers have given us brilliant compositions on Lord Shiva, and a couple of Mari Muttapille songs also I will just present later in the presentation. So this brings us to the third of the Trinity composers, Arunachala Kavirayar. Arunachala Kavirayar was a great scholar. By the age of 12, he mastered 3 languages, Tamil, Telugu, and Sanskrit, and studied every possible holy book in all these languages. He's become a true scholar at a very young age. And later, he was actually asked by his friends to just pen down his knowledge, because he has got tremendous knowledge and capacity and potential. So with the help of with the encouragement of lots of his friends, and he came up with so many great compositions. And the highlight of Arunachala Kavirayar is he is the one who gave us the very first musical opera called Ramanatakam. And this Ramanatakam not only stands out because it's the very first musical ballet or musical opera, but it has got lot of thinking and thought process has gone into this Ramanatakam, because by the time, if you look at lots of Tamil songs, Thevarams, all those things are devoted, or even the composers like Muthu Tandavar and Mari Muttapille, all of them have composed so much relating to Lord Shiva, Shaivism. So this has now gone into a different, like a style of Vaishnavism, Alvars and Vaishnavism, that kind of particular theme has been developed. and then they visualized. So that's one very, very first reason. And the second one is, when you actually think about Ramanatakam, by that time there were so many versions of Ramayana. Let us start with the Adhyatmika Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana, Kamban Ramayana, and there is in Telugu Molla Ramayana. So there is so many Ramayanams were available. But so then, if he has to really do a Ramanatakam, he has to come up with something unique and special. So that was done excellently by Arunachala Kavirayar. He has actually chosen very simple Tamil. Contrary to Senthamil, he just used a very simple Tamil. And secondly, he has used a musical format. Let us get through the Ramayana into people through musical format. So the musical format and simple language, and also he has incorporated so many day-to-day proverbs and sayings into the compositions, so that it sounds very, very easily flexibility, a lot of flexibility of the pieces, so that everybody can pick up and then adopt it and sing in praise of Lord Rama. So, and also one more very interesting thing is, this is the only musical work where the lyricist is different from the musician. The musicians for this are his students, Kodandaramaiah and Venkatramaiah. They were actually learning language from Arunachala Kavirayar. So they were musicians learning language, and here is Arunachala Kavirayar composed this masterpiece. So they composed the music. So, and then also a lot of thinking has gone into the music as well, because every piece was, every ragam was selected, suited to the piece, because they want to get the expression of the composition, so that it is expressed in an optimal way, so that the selection of the raga, all kinds of things, everything was well thought, well planned, well structured masterpiece. And this was first staged in Sri Rangam temple, and as soon as it is staged, very first show itself, it just captured, and it just went, as in our language, in our current language, it went viral. So it seems when Arunachala Kavirayar had to go to Chennai after a few, I don't know, few months or few years or something, no one knew him, but they all of them are knew Ramanatakam. So that's how popular the Ramanatakam has gone. And so those days, reaching that far is absolutely a miraculous achievement. So the whole credit goes to Arunachala Kavirayar, and then that's been adopted very easily to dance format. So you can see Ramanatakam has been danced by various dance groups. So this is one of the absolutely masterpiece. But having said that, he has got a lot of other works as well, something like Sirikadi Stalapuranam and Sirikadi Kovai. There are a number of kirtanas, lots of work is there, but typically Arunachala Kavirayar stands out, or is in synonymous, Ramanatakam and Arunachala Kavirayar. They go synonymously. Let us now reflect on a few of the popular compositions of these three great composers. Let me start with Muthu Tandava. The first song I'm going to render is Sevika Vendum in Ragam Andolika, set to Aditana. Sevika Vendumaya, Sevika Vendumaya, Chidambaram, Sevika Vendumaya, Chidambaram, Sevika Vendumaya, Chidambaram, Sevika Vendumaya. Another one of Muthu Tandava is ஆடிக்கொண்டாரத வேடிக்கை கணக்கள் ஆயிரம் வேண்டாமோ ஆடிக்கொண்டாரத வேடிக்கை கணக்கள் ஆயிரம் வேண்டாமோ ஆடிக்கொண்டாரத வேடிக்கை கணக்கள் ஆயிரம் வேண்டாமோ. Move on to the second of the Trinity composers, Mari Mithradeva. There are two very popular compositions. One in Arabic. ஒரு காசிவ சிதம்பரமென்று சொன்ன இருக்கது வினையே 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 ஒரு காசிவ சிதம்பரமென்று சொன்ன இருக்கது வினையே. This will bring us to Ramanataka of Arunachala Kavirayar. I'll just render a couple of songs. Ramanatakam actually has got 197 songs and 278 virthams. So that takes us throughout the drama of Rama and Balakanda to Yuddhakanda, Ayodhyakanda, all those parts of Ramayana. The next song is Yaro, You Are Yaro. This is a composition referring to when Rama first saw Sita, he was so thrilled and he was thinking, who is this beautiful person? So this is the scene. That's where this is what his thoughts and his emotions are put into the song. Yaro, Ivar Yaro, Yenna Pero, Yaro, Ivar Yaro, Yenna Pero, Hari Yaro, Ivar Yaro, Yenna Pero, Hari Yaro, Ivar Yaro, Yenna Pero, Hari Yaro, Ivar Yaro, Yenna Pero. Another composition from Ramanatakam in Raga Mohana. Ramanai Kannara Kandin. Ramanai Kannara Kandini, Ramanai Kannara Kandini, Vibhishanakai Mahudi mel vaithu kondane, ராமனை கண்டர கண்டேனே விபீஷணத்தை மாமூடி மேல் வைத்து கொண்டனே ராமனை கண்டர கண்டேனே. Thank you once again for this opportunity.
Vanakkam. Hi, my name is Keshavi Lupagaran.
My name is Yashmi Lupagaran.
And I'm Gowrishanker Lupagaran.
I learned vocal under the guidance of Srimati Thanathevy Mithradeva, and I learned Veena under the guidance of Srimati Kalyani Sudarshan. I learned vocal and violin under the guidance of Srimati Thanathevy Mithradeva.
I learned flute from Dr. Dayabed and Sarvanayaka, and I learned vocal from Srimati Thanathevy Mithradeva.
Today, we will be presenting to you the life history of ARUNACHALA KAVI RAYAR. We hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
ARUNACHALA KAVI RAYAR was born in Thillayadi, Tanjore. He was the fourth child of Nellathambi Pillai and Valliyammal. His dad was a Jain by birth but transitioned into Saivism later. ARUNACHALA KAVI RAYAR started his education in his 5th year. At the age of 12, when his father died, he went to the Dharmapura Mutt to continue his education in Tamil and Sanskrit. ARUNACHALA KAVI RAYAR impressed the head of the education facility so much that he was thought of as the next successor. At the age of 18, ARUNACHALA KAVI RAYAR left the Mutt and continued to study Tamil for 12 years.
He got married at the age of 30 in a place called Karapur. He earned a living by setting up a jewelry store. In his spare time, he would read the Tirukkural. This would later play a role in his compositions. ARUNACHALA KAVI RAYAR wanted to buy some gold for a cheaper rate in Pondicherry. On his way there at Sirkali, he reunited with a friend who persuaded him and his family to settle down in Sirkali. ARUNACHALA KAVI RAYAR agreed, and from then on his family lived in Sirkali.
A few compositions he composed are Sirkali Puranam, Sirkali Kovai, Sirkali Kalambaham, Asumuhi Nataham, Hanuman Pullai Tamil, Sambandha Pullai Tamil, and Tyagesar Vanna. From Satanapuram, a place near Sirkali, two men, Venkataramayar and Kodandamaramayar, who were very well versed in music, came to ARUNACHALA KAVI RAYAR to learn Kamba Ramayanam. After suggestion, he composed an opera of Kamba Ramayanam. Thus, we are privileged to have the famous Ramanataka Kirtane. ARUNACHALA KAVI RAYAR wanted to give a performance of his composition. However, the priests at the temple refused, unless Rama himself gave permission. It was at this time he sang the touching, delightful song, Een Palli Kondir Ayya. As a result, Lord Rangata of Srirangam appeared to both of them during their sleep and arranged a performance. ARUNACHALA KAVI RAYAR was honored by the authorities of Srirangam temple but was patronized by many kings and people of authority in nearby towns. Ramanatakam is a musical drama based on Ramayanam. Ramanatakam has different songs for each scene. The opera composed has 40 ragams altogether. The main ragams being Mohanam, Madhyamavati, Saveri, Todi, Shankarabaranam, Kalyani, and Punnahavarali. Rare ragams like Mangala Kaisiki, Saindadevi, and Yamuna Kalyani were also being used in the composition.
ARUNACHALA KAVI RAYAR died in 1779 at the age of 68.
வணக்கம். ராமனுக்கு மன்னன் முடி தரித்தாளே, ராமனுக்கு மன்னன் முடி தரித்தாளே, ராமனுக்கு மன்னன் முடி தரித்தாளே, நன்மையுண்டோரு காலே, ராமனுக்கு மன்னன் முடி தரித்தாளே, நன்மையுண்டோரு காலே, பரசுராமன் கர்வம் தீர்த்த வண்டி. பரசுராமன் கர்வம் தீர்த்த வண்டி. பரசுராமன் கர்வம் தீர்த்த வண்டி. நம்மையெல்லாம் காப்ப வண்டி. பரசுராமன் கர்வம் தீர்த்த வண்டி. நம்மையெல்லாம் காப்ப வண்டி. பட்டம் கட்ட ஏத்த வண்டி. பட்டம் கட்ட ஏத்த வண்டி. பட்டம் கட்ட ஏத்த வண்டி. 4 பேரில் பட்டம் கட்ட ஏத்த வண்டி. 4 பேரில் மூத்த வண்டி அவனடி. என் கண்மணி மூத்த வண்டி
On behalf of SAT and Tamil Moovar team, we would like to thank all the teachers who supported this event. Thank you, everyone.